Okay, so in this video, I'm going to cover how much money could you potentially make with TitanX, which is the bot that has been developed by Blue Edge Financial. So the first thing we're going to cover, we're going to pretty much just dive right into it. First thing is I'm going off the assumption that you're using TitanX and you're not like manually interfering, you're not placing the trade yourself, you're just purely using TitanX. Now, when you have the bot, you'll be able to use it on your challenges and then also on your funded accounts, right? So if you're unfamiliar with like how prop firms work, you essentially buy the challenge. You have to pass phase one, which is 10%. So imagine you have a $100,000 account, and on that account you have to make 10%, which would be $10,000, right? So on phase one you have to make 10%, which is $10,000. On phase two, once you pass phase one, you move on to phase two, you have to make 5%, which would be $5,000, right? And if you do those two things, 15% in total, if you do those two things, you then get a funded account. So once you got the funded account, you will now typically target around 2 to 4% per month. It depends on you and how much you want to target, but you can, it's typically 2 to 4%. And that's basically the system. Take the bot, use it to get funded, and then make money on the funded account that you withdraw as your own profit, right? Now, what is the goal out of this whole thing? Number one is you want to get as many funded accounts as possible, right? With TitanX, you want to pull it on your accounts and get as many funded accounts. The second thing is you want to target 2 to 4% per month on each account. So if you've got 5 funded accounts in total, you want to target 2 to 4%. If that's on 100k accounts, you've got 5 100k accounts, you target 2%, that'd be $10,000, right? So you request $10,000. Important note, there's a profit split, so you keep 80%, they keep 20, right? So at 10,000 you keep 8,000, they keep 2,000, right? And then you just want to do that as many times as possible, so with as many prop firm accounts that you can get a hold of. Now, that being said, how much funding can you get? So first point is that you don't have to do 100k accounts. You can do whatever account size that you want. I do 100k accounts, but I started with 50k accounts, right? When I first started, I didn't have as big of a budget that I now have, right? I wasn't making any profits, not the way that I am now, because it was just like brand new to me, so there was no funded accounts, etc. So I started small with 50k accounts, and you can do this also. You can do it in 25ks, 50ks, 100ks, etc. Now, when you're looking, okay, I'm going to do 50k accounts, how many prop firms are there that I can go with, and how much can I get funded with each prop firm, right? So we'll give the example FTMO, Fivers, Funded Next, Funding Pips. Those are 4 different prop firms that you can choose from, right? There's other ones as well. And if you done 50Ks, so we do 50Ks 4 times, that would mean 200K that we get funded on, for example, FTMO. And when you're looking at, okay, how many accounts can I do this with, is pretty, I don't like the word unlimited because it does reach a certain point where you max out, but you would have to be extremely rich to use all of the prop firms out there that are available, right? So the amount of funding you can get is pretty much limitless. Like when you're looking at your whole journey of prop farming, 1 year, 5 year, 10 years, it will probably take you multiple years to get that maximum that you can get funded, right? So I just want to make that point. In terms of how much you can get funded, there's not really a limit to it. So when you're looking at potential income, it just keeps growing. It just keeps growing because there's so many prop firms out there for you to choose between, right? So the next thing I'm going to cover is what is the secret to printing money with Blue Edge Financial. Now, it simply comes down to one thing: taking as many challenges as possible. At this point, I've managed over 500 clients, so I know every single way on how you could make money with this trading bot. And you can do fancy ways, like you could target more in one trade. You can do this prop firm that charges less for the challenges versus this prop firm. But all it comes down to simply just taking more challenges. That's all it is. Prop farming is a numbers game, simple input and output. You put something in, you pay for a $500 challenge and you get something out. And when you have a system like that, it's just about running it as many times as you can. The more that you put into the system, the more that you will get out. At the moment, as of this month is the 28th of April 2025, I currently make $3,000 to $5,000 per month. But I started really small when I first started. When I first joined Blue Edge, I started really small and I built my way up over time. And my goal at the moment, well, back then when I first started, was to make $3,000 without having to trade myself, without having to, be on the charts daily. I could make this when I'm sleeping. The bot is basically doing everything for me when I'm in bed, when I go to work, etc. That is all managed for me. If I have a system like that, my goal is just to make $3,000 per month, right? And I've achieved that goal. I make 3 to 5K right now, and my goal now is to scale up and make $10,000 with $10,000 per month with prop firms. And I know that, and there's also loads of people in the community that have already achieved that goal, because there are people who have joined before me as well. This is the thing, like prop farming is not like it's a journey. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's like you start out and you've got to go through a process and you've got to create a plan and follow that plan, right? Now, on the point of following the plan, as I mentioned, I've managed at this point over 500 clients, and I've broken it down into 2 ways that you can grow your income with Blue Edge Financial and with prop farming. There's only 2 ways it comes down to. Number 1 is you start with a smaller amount of funds that allows you to run 2 to 4 challenges at one time, right? This could be 25k accounts, this could be 50k accounts, 100ks. This is like a bit more technical now, but I might as well mention it. So the reason you want to run 2 to 4 accounts, like you could, let's say you run 4 accounts, you would rather run 4 accounts that are 25k each rather than 1 account that is 100k. And the reason for that is because you want to diversify as much as possible, because the current funded rate, meaning if I take how many X amount of challenges, let's say you run 100 challenges, how many of that 100 are going to get funded? It's 25%. This is based on 5 years worth of data, right? So if I know 25% of the accounts that I run are going to get funded, why would you run only 1 account that might take a month and a half, 2 months to get to an outcome? And that outcome might be that it failed. Remember, only 25% of the accounts get funded. So if I know 25% of the accounts are going to get funded, I would rather run 4 accounts, and I know that 1 out of them 4 are going to get funded, right? So that's why you would want to run 4. Before I go on a side tangent and explain to you why I put 2 to 4 specifically and not 1. So anyway, you would want to run 2 to 4 accounts at one time. Could be 25, 50Ks or 100Ks. And you want to get a few accounts funded that you basically, so let's say you run 4 accounts and you get 1 funded or two funded. The profit that you make on that account, you want to withdraw and you want to put it back into the system, because we know the system works. It's input output. That's all it simply comes down to. Of course, you got your technical jargon, you've got the system broken down in more details. But if you want to understand, it from a point of view that anyone could understand it, it's simply you put X amount into the machine, into the system, you get X amount out. So the goal with plan 1, like how to make money, strategy number 1, is a profit you make put back into the system, and that's going to allow you to go from 4 accounts now to 6 accounts, right? And out of them 6 accounts, 2 to 3 get funded, they get a payout, and now you can run 8 accounts, right? Then you go from 8 to 10 to 15 to 20, etc. And that's how you grow. It's like a snowball effect, where your monthly income significantly increases like every 3 months, 6 months, because you're always reinvesting the profits back into the system. So that's way number 1, in which that's the way I done it. I didn't have a large amount of funds just to put into the system straight away, so I had to start small and slowly build my way up. Now, the second way that you can grow your income with prop farming and Blue Edge Financial is you can take a lump sum of funds that you currently have, that could be from your savings, from borrowed money, whatever, and you can pour it into the system, which will allow you to run like 5 accounts, 10 accounts, all at once. It could be 15 accounts. It just depends on like what is your budget and how much money can you put in. But essentially, it allows you to run significantly more accounts compared to if you were starting smaller. And this is the quickest way to generate a large income. Now, the final thing I'm going to touch over is if you want my personal help, you can actually get this. So you can get every single week, we're going to have group calls. You can jump on that call. You can ask me any questions. You can ask me what I'm doing with my challenges, what strategies am I using, what prop firms am I going with, etc. And I can basically break anything down for you. And this is one of the benefits that you get from becoming one of my affiliate clients. So as I mentioned, at this point, I've managed over 500 clients for Blue Edge. And the whole purpose of my job role was to help anyone who comes on board to succeed with prop farming. I don't coach anymore. I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, which was way too busy. Like I bought a house and I had to decorate, so I couldn't coach anymore. But now one of the things that I'm doing is anyone who signs up with me as, you know, as one of my affiliate clients, you get a ton of benefits like getting access to me, my systems, what I'm currently doing, the strategies I'm running, the platforms that I'm going with. If you have any questions about, you know, a technical issue, anything about strategy, etc., you'll be able to ask me directly. You'll get access to a private group, you'll get access to weekly calls, you'll get access to all my custom spreadsheets, and you'll also get access to my custom scaling plan. So my scaling plan basically goes over, depending on what your budget is, you'll be able to see the different paths that you can go down in terms of should I run this many challenges, should I do 25k, etc., and it also plan out for you how much money you can make with that as well. Final thing to go over is this is Blue Edge's promise. If you do not get funded within 10 challenges, the amount that you paid to get started will be refunded to you. My chair keeps dropping down. You can probably see me going lower and lower. You can probably see me going lower. It's because my chair keeps the hinge on it. I need to tighten it because it keeps going lower. But anyway, if you have any questions, you can drop me a message on Discord. So anything you're curious about, the program, you know, depending on your budget, how much money you're going to make, etc., you can message me directly. I'm going to leave a link to my Discord. It's digital.cameron on Discord. You can click the link in the description and that will direct you over to Discord where you can send me a message. Right, that's better. I've put it back up now. And yeah, you can click the link in the description to send me a message on Discord. And then also if you want to schedule a call with Blue Edge Financial, click on my affiliate link specifically and that will automatically categorize you under one of my affiliate clients. So yeah, that's all for today. Hope to see you in the next video and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.